today. I don't have a lot to say. I'm feeling blown away. I'm sitting here with my friends. I hope that this never ends. I'm feeling blown away. Magic and the mystery of what I see in front of me. Birds flying high and free, clouds blowing endlessly. Magic and the mystery of what I see in front of me is leaving me blown away. I haven't done much today. I don't have a lot to say. I'm feeling blown away. I'm sitting here by the sea. Right here is where I want to be. I'm feeling blown away. Magic and the mystery of what I see in front of me. Birds flying high and free, clouds blowing endlessly. Magic and the mystery of what I see in front of me is leaving me blown away. I haven't done much today. I don't have a lot to say. I'm feeling blown away. I'm feeling blown away.
I better put some perfume on. I have got a bit of a problem going on. I better put some perfume on. I have got a bit of a problem going on. Haven't had a bath all week. Blimey, how my armpits reek. My hair's a mop in my greasy head, and I haven't made my bed. I have got a bit of a problem. I should put some perfume on. I have got a bit of a pong. I should put some perfume on. Wouldn't want to have a shower, take away all my power. I don't know what my mother means. It's not easy being clean. Better you don't take a sniff. I have got a bit of a whiff going on. Better you don't take a sniff. I have got a bit of a whiff going on. Wouldn't want to wash my hair. All the creatures living there, they rely on me for dinner. Parasites keep me thinner. I better put some perfume on. I have got a bit of a comb going on. I better put some perfume on. I have got a bit of a comb going on. Lots of grease goes in my cooking. Means that I'm not that good looking. And at least that I am not. Makeup lovers at my spots. I have got a bit of a pong. I should put some perfume on. I have got a bit of a pong. I should put some perfume on. Never wash my hands for tea. Lots of guests live in me. Wriggly worms inside my tongue. And tough me say yum yum yum. I give off a strange aroma, is that why you're moving over? I give off a strange aroma, is that why you're moving over? A strange aroma, is that why you're moving I give off a strange aroma, is that why you're moving over?
Hello. Okay, so is Sue there? Sue.
I am. Yes, I am here.
Excellent, excellent. So, Sue, let's talk about the first song. You wrote that one, didn't you?
I did.
Tell us a bit about it. What's it about?
It's a song, it's the first song really that Sarah and I wrote together because Sarah caught it for me. And it was a song that I wrote on a magical island called Gabriola Island in Canada. And we just got there and it was kind of our first night out of the city. And it was just, yeah, the song says it, it was just a magical place with loads of wildlife. It was just amazing. And that's what that song's about, space and peace and nature.
Right. Sounds very nice. Sounds like a nice experience. So, Sarah.
Yes.
Hello.
Hello.
Right, so I ought to say that the Flightened are Sue Speaks and Sarah McDougall. And Sarah McDougall is who's on the screen right now. So tell me, Sarah, you wrote the second song. What's that called?
It's called The Pong Song, and I didn't write it. Sue is the songwriter between us. And I contribute more or less I'm second fiddle to Sue's songwriting. I do contribute, but let's be fair. But that song, oh yes, we were just hung up about living squalidly.
Right.
And so we wrote a song to exaggerate it all, and it made us laugh. And we thought it was quite appropriate for the current climate, where we're all rather concerned about hygiene. So
yes, indeed. I think it's a song that most of us can relate to.
Yes.
So tell us a little bit about the Flightened. When did you start as a band?
Goodness.
You can both
20
talk, by the way.
Ago, longer. Oh, we're getting on now. How long was it, Sue?
A long time ago. We just found a shared enjoyment in music and howling at the moon, really. Yeah. And started off mostly doing other people's covers. And as I say, Sarah started catching the songs and the ditties that I was making up. And so we've ended up with a reasonable catalogue of our own songs over the years. Yeah. But I guess we've been playing together for more than 20 years.
Whoa! Okay, that's a little bit of time.
Yeah.
I believe that you've had a few changes of late. It's not just the two of you now. Is that right?
Well, my husband Orson is a huge collaborator in the Flightened, and he's put our albums, there's another one coming, together and plays with us. And then also we have just some enthusiastic friends. Steve Maud has been playing with us, and it raised the bar considerably because we're talking real talent there. And it's quite amazing to play with people who know what they're doing. Yeah.
Right, so you got drums and bass.
Last year we went to Canada on our second Canadian road trip, and we went to a bluegrass guitar camp, and we played there with a band, and we realised that instead of just being the two of us and we really got off on playing with the band, and we thought, you know what, we need to be less hung up about having other people play with us when our sort of musical talent was.
That's great. Sorry, Sue, I'm going to have to interrupt because we do have a limited amount of time for everybody, so I'm very sorry to be rude with you guys.
Thank you, Jose. Fantastic gig.
Yeah, well, let's see how it goes. So I'm gonna mute you guys as I've done before. Very rude. So what? I'm going to change camera now and do this professional thing. Right, okay. This gig was originally put on to support a project that's been going on for quite some time, the Majic Forest. And so we prepared a little presentation for you to give you a bit of background as to what the Majic Forest is all about.
It started as a plan to love a bit of the planet better. A social glue for a gang of folk who had squatted, camped, lived, played and loved together over the years. There was a shared dream of reforestation and environmental rehabilitation of a monoculture clear-felled site, and also the space for individual expression on our own acres to plant to our own personal dreams. We clubbed together and bought the valley. People came and went, some planted, some stayed away. Trees grew. The neighbouring land became available and enough people were interested to join in. Yay, we've expanded. We're now a community of 50 people with 75 acres between us. The original aim of this party, now virtual gig, was to bring us all together to remind everyone what an amazing place Penny Craig is, to celebrate our achievement in helping create the forest and to encourage people to be actively involved. Everything is on hold for now in our lives, but the forest is still growing, nature is flowing all over the land. We thought we could still share the evening together, share some music and companionship. Jose has mastered the technology, and thank you for sharing your songs and poems. Please share your thoughts and questions too.
There'll be an opportunity later on to if you have any questions, feel free to post them on Facebook underneath. I'm losing my ability to speak. I must apologise, but yeah, post. Comments, that's the word, yeah, comment. So we're going to move on now, and we're going to have a listen and a watch of a band called Blue Midnight. And Blue Midnight, we're going to be headlining the live gig, and they very kindly, should I say, forwarded us some videos.
You're gonna wake up one day and you'll scared of your dreams. You're gonna wake up one day and you'll be scared of your dreams. And I think you should try to hold on. And I think you should try to be strong. That's the only way you're gonna get along. That's the only way you're gonna get along. There is but one life, and we're living it now. No time for practice, there is no book to tell us how. No time for practice, there is no book to tell us how. And I think we should try to hold on. And I think we should try to be strong. That's the only way better think straight, you better think round, you better live in the country, you better love the town. You better love the country, you better live in the town. And I think you should try to hold on, and I think you should try to be strong. That's the only way we're gonna get along. That's the only way we're gonna get along. Be not sad, be like the sun at midday. Be not sad, be like the sun at midday. The wind gonna rise, blow your cares away. Be not sad, be like the sun at midday. Be not sad, be like the sun at midday. Wind gonna rise, blow your cares away. Put your arms around me, like a circle around the sun. Put your arms around me, like a circle around the sun. Be not sad, time we had a little fun. Be not sad, be like the sun at midday. Be like the sun at midday. Sing along. Be not sad, be not sad. Be like the sun at midday. Be like the sun at midday. Wind gonna rise, wind gonna rise. Blow your cares away. Must pay the rent. Can't pay the rent. Must pay the rent.
Dave,
Jose,
you can't see me. No, I can.
I can see you now. Yeah.
Yeah, and Grant. You there, Grant? Okay. So you guys are in Blue Midnights, and in fact, I used to play with you as well some time
Yeah,
ago.
you found a memory.
So when did Blue Midnight start?
This is Grant or me?
Whoever.
Okay,
Sure.
Dave, that's enough talking now. 1980, we went to school together, Dave and I, so much earlier than that we knew each other, and then we came up to Frestonia about 77, and about 79 we were kicking around a weird band called the Blue Strongo All-Stars, and by about 1980 it had coalesced into Blue Midnight, Dave.
Yeah, so our first gig was at the Elgin, which also had Penny there as well, and Steve West. And then we were just very lucky. We had people wanting to play with us. So by 1983, I think, we'd lost most of the band and gained Nick, which was a pretty good swap. Nothing against the band, the people who went away from the band. They did their own things. But and we've basically been playing together for 40 years, really, more or less, since then.
That is a long time for one band to keep going. That's quite an achievement, guys.
Yeah, and amazing. And the whole thing's being shot in the Maxilla Social Club, which is about a quarter of a mile from where we lived in Frestonia. So it's kind of weird that over 40 years later, we should turn up almost on our own doorstep to play a gig.
Very strange, yeah. I mean, it's just round the corner, isn't it? That Lancaster Road.
Yeah, that's right.
That
Yeah,
big
that road,
yeah. Yeah. The basement, I can't remember. I mean, a basement room had been converted into a sounds room, and I don't know how many bands were playing around at that time, but it was quite a lot, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was the Lancaster Music Project, wasn't it? Every so often, one of the bands would steal all the equipment from the rehearsal room. We'd have to go back to Pete Townsend and get another 500 quid for a new drum kit.
Right, good idea. So, what's happening? Have you got any albums coming out? Anything happening at the moment?
We have many records.
Ah, many. But is there one coming out soon?
Well, we haven't got. We're basically, doing some more stuff now. I've been speaking to Nick this afternoon, and there are plans afoot. So we've got to kind of work out how to do it in this situation. But something's happening,
We have got lots of lovely CDs to sell, though, haven't we?
Oh, we've got lots, yes, lots and lots. Well, with pictures of the Westway on them.
Okay, well, we'll put a link up on Facebook so that people can purchase them.
Thank you.
Also, you don't all live in the same place. I mean, in the same town, do you?
No, so basically we used to all be around here, around West London. And then gradually people have all moved westwards, I guess, to Somerset. So Nick's down in Somerset, Elliot's in Somerset, and Mike's in Somerset. Grant and I are still in London.
That must make rehearsals a bit difficult.
Yeah, it makes them
Interesting.
important, I suppose.
Very enjoyable.
Yeah, good. Okay, guys, I'm afraid time's up. So thank you very much,
Jose.
Grant.
Be on again at 10:30, I hope.
Yeah, we're going to hear some more from Blue Midnight a bit later on towards the end of the show. So don't go away.